own ice pops. We usually buy a few boxes of ice pops every week or two, and it's getting really expensive. So I have purchased some ice pop molds, and I've been trying to make my own. The last time I made it, they were pineapple and orange and banana flavored. Today I'm going to be making raspberry and lime ice pops. So I am going to start out, this is already washed, and this is 2 of those little cartons that the raspberries come in. So I'm gonna just add all the raspberries into this blender, put that aside, and I have a lime that I washed. And I need, actually, I'm not gonna cut it yet. I need the zest and the juice. So I have this little zesting tool. You have to be careful with it though. You kind of just go around it. I don't know if maybe I should get closer to you guys so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna switch to my other camera so that you can see how the zesting goes. Okay, here's a much better view. So I'm going to do the zesting again. Maybe I can go like this so that my hand isn't in the way. You have to be really careful with this thing. I actually have a different type of zester, or you could even use a grater, like what you would use to grate cheese. And I just want to take some of the skin here of the lime before we juice it. And this is, that looks like I got whatever I could get. So this little bit, I know it looks like nothing, but it will add a little something to our ice pops. So I'm going to put this into the blender with everything else. And I'm going to cut this lime in half. It actually doesn't look like it has many seeds. I'm gonna squeeze it in this cup in case seeds come out. And then I'm gonna put the juice into the blender with the raspberries and the zest. This lime actually had a lot of juice. It was a good one. It smells nice and fresh. Okay, so here's what I got in the measuring cup. It looks like it's like a tablespoon worth. So I'm putting that into the raspberry mixture. And this is 5% milk fat. It's Greek yogurt. Let me see if I can see how many ounces it is. It is 16 ounces. So I'm gonna put the whole thing right into the blender. Okay, so far we have the juice of 1 lime, lime zest, 2 cartons of raspberries, 1 container of plain Greek yogurt, and this is about, let me get some out of here. This is gonna be a 1/3 cup of powdered sugar. I am going to try to add in 2/3 cup of milk because I just tried blending this, and if you don't have any liquid in the blender, it's usually kind of hard to combine everything. So let's try this with a little bit of milk, and I'm going to put the top on and we will blend it up. Okay, it is all mixed. I am actually going to take a little taste because we don't want to freeze into ice pops something that doesn't taste good to start with. So I'm going to taste it in case it needs some tweaking. Now would be the time before we put it in ice pop molds and freeze it, and then tomorrow find out that it's not exactly what we wanted. So I have my new ice pop molds right here, and I'm going to take our raspberry ice pop mixture. It's really thick, but hopefully I can get it in here. I think this ice pop mold set actually came with a funnel. So if I can't do it, I might go to the funnel, but this one looks okay. You don't want to fill it all the way to the top because it will slightly expand, and you really don't want it to be overflowing and making a mess in your freezer. Although most of it would probably land on this tray that holds the ice pops up. I'm not really sure how much this is going to make because I just concocted this recipe in my head and I jotted it down. So let's see how many we get out of here. It smells so good. This could actually probably be a smoothie. I would drink this as a smoothie. If the raspberries were frozen, it would be good too if you made it into a smoothie. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna need to tap into my other ice pop molds. I still have some left. I have 6 here. So I am going to put the tops on these 6, and then I'm gonna switch off to my other set of ice pop molds that I had before. Okay, so here's 6. I'm gonna put it aside and grab another set. I got another 6. The blender is pretty much empty. There's probably like a tablespoon of ice pop mix left in there. So I'm gonna take these 12 and go down to the freezer, and they should be ready by tomorrow. We usually have an ice pop after dinner for our dessert in this house. So it will be nice to have a new variation. We've been eating the pineapple ones. They're awesome, but we've been eating them for like the past maybe week and a half. So this will be a nice treat. Actually, I feel like I'm getting like ice pop crazy. Maybe I'll get more molds so that I could float like 3 different kinds at once in the freezer. So we'll see. Drop me a comment if you make this. If you have any really cool ice pop recipes, let me know. Maybe I can make a video out of it, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Okay, happy cooking.